Richard Marles. Michael, the former Prime Minister Scott Morrison did once call Richard Marles, our new Defence Minister, the Manchurian candidate, too close to China. But last week, Marles was in the United States warning of the rise of China, and now China's official Global Times newspaper says too close to America, and says he's one of Canberra's most aggressive actors against China, and his comments on the so-called China threat made it increasingly difficult to distinguish him from his extremely anti-China Liberal predecessor, Peter Dutton. What does this tell you?
Well, it tells you that Marles is on the right track and that Marles can be trusted on these issues, as he is trusted by people on Israel. Thank God for people like Marles to dampen the more extreme views of people like Penny Wong and Albanese, who are sort of from the left of the Labor Party. So good on Marles for his comments in America. And I suppose what it says about Richard Marles, he probably doesn't like communism. He doesn't like there being no free press. He doesn't like China expansion into the Pacific. He doesn't like Uyghurs being locked up in concentration camps in China. I suppose it says those things about Richard Marles.
Look, Andrew, I've got to actually give Michael credit here. Michael never jumped on the bandwagon. He always consistently said Richard Marles is very solid and sound on the issues around China. I was lucky enough to be in Washington last week and saw a couple of Richard's speeches, and they were first rate. They were absolutely targeted. They nailed the Chinese for their aggression, and he basically sent the message, Australia will not be bullied by China.
More than anything, Andrew, by the way, Richard Marles is more and more in the Bob Hawke tradition than any other senior Labor figure, putting Shorten aside. Marles is solid on China, and we remember Hawke shedding a tear over Tiananmen Square. Richard Marles is solid on the American relationship. He's very solid on Israel, which is a defining issue, foreign policy issue for anyone interested in foreign policy.
Look, I think you're right, Michael, but I have to say, he did give a speech in Beijing a couple of years ago that I thought was terrible. And I remember Kimberley Kitching, the Labor senator, think he was terrible too. But I'm glad to see that, we all make mistakes, and he seems to have learned from his.